Hello there, welcome to Penpositive. This is Vinod Narayan. So, we are going to start the 30-day challenge, and today's topic, as I mentioned yesterday, is prioritization. You know, prioritization is that one skill which is so important, be it life or work. And I'll tell you a fact. Throughout my career, that is one of the skills I found so many people struggling with. But one of the skills that's so important to decide what you have to do today, what you have to postpone for another day, and what are the things that you can completely eliminate. Now, there are many methods for prioritization depending on what kind of work that you're doing. The whole concept is you've got about 5, 10, 15 tasks at hand, and which is the most important, which is the most priority number one that you have to do. Now, one of the method that I learned long time back and something that I've used throughout in my life is the Eisenhower matrix. And now Eisenhower, an army general, and he once said that anything that is urgent is not important, and what is important is not necessarily urgent. So that's a quote that he had, a statement that he made, based out of which we have the Eisenhower matrix that I have actually put it over here. And if you look at the quadrants on that, the first item is something that is very urgent and important. For me, if you look at it, putting this video is in quadrant 1. It's both urgent because if I don't do it today, I won't be able to do the 30-day challenge. And it's important because this is something that I feel very important to be doing. Now, second box, which is something that you can decide when to do, is something that is not urgent, but it is very important. Maybe for me, if you look at it, I know what I'm going to do tomorrow, but at least I've not got enough material to make the video tomorrow. So, preparing the material for tomorrow is something that is important, but not urgent, not to be done right now, stopping what I'm doing. So, that's one of the things. Maybe exercise, calling your family, friends, you don't have to do it right now, but that's something very important for your life, but not urgent. And then the third quadrant or the third box is where things are very urgent, but they are seldom important. Now, maybe a phone call comes at this moment. Maybe an email comes and you have that sound, cling, sound coming in. That might be an important call, that might be an important email, but it's not an urgent thing that I have to address right now at this moment. Now, that I could either delegate, or I could maybe do it 2 days down the line, or maybe a few hours from now, or whatever it is. Or I could just acknowledge that and then take an action on it later. And then the fourth quadrant are items that are not urgent and not important. Now, as an individual, you can think what are important for you, and none of those things are urgent. And the best way to do is that just avoid doing them. Don't do it. Just delete them off from your system. Because there are so many things we have to do, and the fact is you cannot do every single thing of that. If you don't prioritize, imagine a situation where you do everything that you do falls in the fourth quadrant. Everything that you do becomes not urgent and not important. Imagine where you get to. Now, one of the most important thing about prioritization is you have to have goals set prior to prioritizing something, because how can you prioritize, how can you know something is important if you don't know where you are heading towards? You know, it's just like you're traveling somewhere and you've got 5 roads that lead to different places. Now, if you are not clear where you want to go, it really doesn't matter which road you take, right? You cannot prioritize one road over the other. You can probably prioritize based on one is a paved road and one is a less paved road. One you can go at 80 miles per hour, one you can only go at 20 miles per hour. But as long as you don't know the destination, you don't know where you want to go, it really doesn't matter which road you take. So that's where the destination, that's what we call a goal is. And tomorrow I'm going to talk to you about goals. And again, there are many ways in which you can prioritize things based on what you're prioritizing. And similarly, there are going to be many ways in which you can set goals. I'm going to explain what really worked for me, but I don't want you to consider this as the final statement on anything. Go ahead and explore for yourself, try to find for yourself, learn for yourself, and build up your own metrics, your own way of prioritization that you can carry on with you in your career, in your life. And I wish you all the success. Tomorrow we're going to talk about goals. Take care.